So check it out, guys. Yesterday, I'm sure you saw in the video, we did all our marking along here. And I got this raked out a little bit here. Got it cleaned up enough to start putting floor joist. And so the first floor joist is in. Got some blocking for the next one. I think I realized that when I put this guy on, when I attached, oh, I'm having a hard time standing up straight. Here we go. When I hooked up this block to the outer rim joist on this end wall, it appears, and I'm gonna have to look at it from an angle so you guys can look at it with me and tell me if you agree, but it appears that it's kind of swooping. That makes sense. I'm not sure if swooping is the right word. It seems like it's bowing, like the blocks are drawing the floor joist toward the outside wall. And it could just be my imagination, but it makes me think that maybe that outside rim joist has got a crown in it, you know? Not a crown, but a bow.
Hi, we're Bruce.
And Cheryl.
We moved from California to get away from the hustle
And bustle.
of a fast-paced lifestyle
And a not-so-perfect political climate.
to enjoy a slower speed
Better values.
and a rich Christian atmosphere. Join us as we discover our new environment, rebuild our new-to-us home on 2.5 acres,
And enjoy the scenic southern landscape of central western Georgia.
I had to stop because even though I've got plenty of old floor joists, I'm getting ready to do the next, basically it's a supporting member for the tub, because remember, 1/2 of this between the middle purling connection point right there and that purling is pretty much the bathroom area, just like it is on this side, as you can see here. And I've got this, you know, triple with a spacer between it, makes it look like a quadruple floor joist. And I'm doing the same thing on the other side, and honestly I would prefer to do that with new material. So I needed to get some more material, so I went to the store. But since I had time left, then I decided, well, I might as well come out and finish up some framing and pull off the siding and get the shear panel on. So I got 3 sheets of shear panel on yesterday. And this morning we went to Home Depot and got more floor joists. We got more brackets and hangers, because that was the other thing I ran out of. I ran out of 2x6 joist hangers. So I had to get more of those. So there's some more floor joists. There's 8 more. I only had 1 left here. And then I got some more block, because I've got some spots down here that need to be blocked, plus the new one that I poured down here, which it's not pretty, but it'll hold block. And that's going to support this member right here, so that my intersect wall and my door frame, or my door studs, cripples I guess you'd call them, or jack studs, that they get supported from underneath well, because that's my concern. So I got blocks for that, blocks to fill in where I'm missing other blocks. And then I had to buy more nails today, more gun nails, 21 degree green vinyl sinkers. Actually, I think I got galvanized. But so I got that. Like I said, I got more Tico nails and brackets. And then when I got back home after unloading the truck, I came out here and started working on the siding here. So I've got it opened up, got the siding off. You know, most of this cleaned up, and I've just got to clean up the stuff up above. There's still another piece of siding right there. But once I get that all cleaned up, then I'm going to go ahead and put on some more of this force field, which is just shear panel with a special coating on it so that it'll withstand some sun and rain and wind and all that stuff. And then when I get ready to side, I just side over top of it. And then hopefully here before long, I got to get the rest of my electrical parts. But once I do that, then I can go ahead and call for an inspection, and then call the power company, Diverse Power, have them come out and move my power lines from here. They'll take them back off of this pole and move them over to the weatherhead that I'll be running up off of the panels. I think you guys have seen part of that. So anyway, that's what I'm working on, and let me get back to it.
the sky with stars. Only night will ever know why the heavens never show all the dreams there are to know. Paint the sky with stars. Who has placed the midnight sky so a spirit has to fly? As the heavens seem so far, now who will paint the midnight star? Night has brought to those who sleep only dreams they cannot keep. I have legends in the deep. Paint the sky with stars. Who has placed the midnight sky so a spirit has to fly? As the heavens seem so far, now who will paint the midnight star? Place a name upon the night, one to set your heart alight, one to make the darkness bright. Paint the sky with stars.
Hey guys, man, it's been a long day today. You can't tell, but I think it's getting close to, what is it, 7 or 8 o'clock, Cheryl? What time is it? 8:23. It almost doesn't look like it because the sun is still up, but I've been at it all day, man. And though I still have this whole end to do, which I'm hoping to get to soon enough. I got to get more SHEAR panels, because we managed to get this whole back half of the house, not the garage, but the house. So that's the back of the garage you see right there. And now you're starting to see the back of the house, and that's the stuff that we did today. So it's all done. So let me flip it around. You guys don't need to look at me. So there you go. So you get a pretty good idea now about how much I had to lift this end of the house. So part of those blocks is being covered by the siding. So I think at this corner, I'm gonna say we're about 5¼ inches that I had to raise it up on this corner, and it gradually went up from there. But there it is, man. So we decided we're going to keep, I don't know if I mentioned this, we decided we're going to keep this patio intact. I'll pressure wash it off, then we're going to build a screened in porch on top of it. Probably just extend a roof flat off of that roof, which means I'll have to go up the roof a little bit to tie in, so that it's got enough height on this end and it still positively drains. But I'm thinking that's probably the best way to do it back here. In the front, I'm going to do a big porch, and it's going to have a gable roof. But anyway, I think you can kind of see though the roof line there where it ripples a little bit, because I still have to kind of bring up evenly across the top of the garage. I've got to bring up those trusses to flatten that all out and put shimming up under the top or above the top plate. So it's not a traditional framing in there. It's they built I wanted to call it an I-beam when I first saw in the corners what you could look in and see, until I got into it and saw this. Basically it's a C channel that they welded on I think it's like 1.5 or 2 inch angle iron to one side, so it made like I guess you could call it more like a J. I was going to call it an I on one end or a T with a hook. You could call it a J. It's a J channel, but they put a column on each corner. So this corner right here and that corner right there is a J channel, and then they've got the same thing running across here as the beam. And then they framed up to it underneath, and then they set a 2x4 on top of it, and that's what they put these trusses onto. So I've got to take and raise that whole thing up to get rid of that whatever you want to call it, whoop-de-doo. Oh, there's my lights coming on. It's just the right time of the night. So check it out, man. We got like 200 feet of lawn here, but so you see that little box, that concrete block wall house right there, that's the well house. And then that pole that's just in front of it, that's where we're feeding power from for the well house. And then I'm going to have them put the light on top of that pole, and that's where our dusk to dawn light will sit. And then as far as the house is concerned, I'll have lights on either side of the garage. I'll have one on the back door, and then on the side of the house here, I'll probably have one either on that back corner over there, or I'll put one in the middle somewhere, like a, not dusk to dawn, probably a motion sensor light so people trip it. But I'll probably put like a dusk to dawn light on this corner right here to shine out into the backyard. And then I'll have, there's a doorway here, and the door will have a light on it that you can turn on and off. And then the so if you see that wide band of tape at the bottom of that one force field siding panel or shear panel, that whole panel is the door plus 2 feet on this side, and that right there is my French door. That'll be the door that leads to the back patio, which will be a screened-in porch. And then of course have a window there for the sink, a window down there for the bedroom. There'll be a window right over here for the bathroom, which is the toilet closet right here. And then there'll be a window right over here for the laundry room, and that window that's existing goes away. So, but we're making progress, man. It's like huge right now. It's amazing. We were talking about it today, and I'm thinking that probably about 4 feet out from the bottom of the step, I'll pour concrete, 4 or 5 feet, and then run it back to the wall over there and fill all this in with concrete. So to give you an idea of how much space that is, you know, there's more than enough room right there for a barbecue. So this will be my cooking station, you know, barbecue station. So the people that bought it, really great people. Jill and Sean, they got this place called Pa Bella, and it's flower farm and nursery, and it's really a great place. So that's our backyard. I mean, looking right down into it. And once I get all this stuff cleaned up and get some landscaping back in here and get all the stuff that I plan on doing, if you remember my earlier videos, I talked about I called it a Station of the Cross. What I meant is just a cross, but I want to put a large cross back in this corner right here where this pile is, and have a little bench next to it. And the idea is to have, like, from that big tree right there, somewhere around the base of that tree, have like a waterfall and a creek that runs down, runs along here, comes around in front of this tree, comes across here, so it'll run in front of the cross, and then turn around here, and then run over somewhere in here to a big pond. So then right here going to the cross, I want a little bridge that runs across there. And then, like I said, have a bench back there and have a nice little place I can sit and meditate and read His Word and study God's Word, and just be at one with God in nature, you know, as it's intended to be.